Ogilvy Park sits up on the hill above Wheeling, going up Route 88, which is a mountain climb. You come up here to Ogilvy, coming out of Wheeling, just come about a mile up on the hill, you hit the park. You go on up the hill. I know West Liberty is referred to as the Hilltoppers, but actually they're not all the way to the hilltop. You go 4 miles on past West Liberty. You got Bethany College, also a beautiful institution, up on top of the mountain. But we're right down here, at the park. And this course itself is an up and down layout. The men running 8,000 meters, the women 6,000. But it's a challenging course. It's rolling hills, some of them very challenging. And the beauty of this course is where the hills are placed. It keeps coming at you. And it really, separates the fitness levels. And, will be the NCAA regional race will be in 2 weeks up at Mansfield, which is more of a flat course out on the river up there. They had last had the regionals there back in 2010, and that was on the heels of Glenville hosting over at the Lockard course over in Glenville that year, which was mountains on that one, and so. This one very challenging. The University of Charleston nationally ranked on both sides. The men's team in the top 10, the women in the top 20. Prohibitive favorites here. Concord, the men's team, also in a position to be an NCAA well this year, and they've got the two-time All-American, the reigning runner of the year, and Isaac Prather, who pulled 3 wins in the track meet this year. Just 6 months ago, back over in Glenville. So while he is coming in as the favorite individually, Charleston a prohibitive favorite on the team side, and Jack, a tremendous run that Coach Nick Bias has had here.
Yeah, you're talking about legends. There's one right there in the making if he's not already a legend.
Oh, absolutely.
Former Van Bulldog, and I stepped away from the broadcast. I'm not sure if you've already talked about him.
Yeah, the Beast of Pond Fork ran for Coach Cox down at Concord,
yep.
And Charleston. We've had a couple of indoor championships now. We've had 2 in the league, so you can win 6 championships in a single season. And he rolled the table last year, won all 6 with his Golden Eagles. And they have a tremendous group back on all fronts again this year.
Yep. You can see we've got the drone finally up in the air. And you can see the lead pack down there.
Yeah, there we go. That's a nice shot right there.
So, yes. Folks, bear with us today. There was some kinks, always some kinks when you do these types of remote broadcasts is what we call them.
And Jack, in fairness, the cross-country course, which covers a lot of acreage.
Right.
A big challenge for this type of production.
It is. But, a beautiful facility here. I was here yesterday and yesterday evening. I was actually up on the hill there and took in the sunset.
Wow.
And it was just me and about 400 or 500 deer.
Yeah, they know the safety of the state parks.
Yes. But looks like we've got one runner well ahead of the second pack there.
Yeah, looks like there might be about a 20 to 30 meter gap there, and 4 or 5 runners in that pack.
Yep.
Back there. And as expected, see a lot of the Golden Eagles up there already packed up.
Really windy today.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure. You probably know more than I do. Does that affect a cross-country runner?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And especially here, the way this course winds up and down through the Crispin Golf Course, there's going to be sections where that wind is a boon. And there you see, looks like they're going up one right now.
Yeah, they're going back up onto the point there where the start comes down, and then they'll cross over, and then actually head back towards the starting line.
And times, cross country, a lot of times you guys got to throw the times out the window depending on the course. It's a lot like in baseball, the configuration of the stadium are
Yes.
all different. So
Yes.
sometimes a guy plays 81 games in a home run friendly park, it's different, or a pitcher pitches in a pitcher friendly park. This is not a time friendly course here. The Coach Bass took his group down to Alabama a few weeks back, down to Huntsville, and the kids really put up some big times down there. Several kids in the 24s,
Yep.
Which is less than 5 minutes a mile, and 8 kilometers, 4.97 miles. So right at 5 miles. You're not going to see 24s here today. Although with this nationally ranked team, you may see some upper 25s or low.
It was just a soggy, sopping, muddy mess with the rain that we had.
Okay, welcome back here to the Mountain East Conference Cross Country Championships at Ogilby Park in Wheeling, West Virginia. Good to be back with you. Come back here to recap the men's race as we're getting ready to fire the gun on the women's race up top. Isaac Prather, the two-time All-American from Concord, with a course record, got this thing in the 25s. We'll get an official time as this comes up. Followed by Emmerich Arnault of D&E, former champion of this race, also with a tremendous run. And then it was a sea of Golden Eagles. Coach Nick Bass. They went 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, put 6 in the top 10 to what certainly appears will safely secure another league championship for Coach Nick Bass and his group. So we'll get, more of those names as we get that printout from Chris Krager, meet director, his son Josh over here manning the computer over here. We'll see if we get a printout of the results as they become official and certified, or at least maybe some preliminary results, Jack. So it looks like they've cleared the clock, and it's like they're getting close to firing the gun. Up top, again, we're down here on the lower field of the Crispin Golf Course where the finish line is. The start line is up on the hill above us, out of our sight line, on one of the main fairways up top. UC also a big favorite on the women's side. Nationally ranked as well. And we'll wait. Josh is going to get us hooked up here with some bib numbers on the women so that we'll be able to get you some identifying names as we move forward. Beautiful day. It's starting to heat up. It was still low 60s when the men's race kicked off. That was over an hour ago now. And it's going to be a little bit toasty from a cross-country standpoint here for the women's race. Again, this is the first of 3 Mountain East Conference Championship events in the running sports. We'll be having in late February. Look here, we see the drone as we got the women lined up across the board getting ready for the nonverbal start, and then the gun for the women's race. And there you see the beautifully cut fairway. Again, you got Charleston, a prohibitive favorite here, and you got the very strong team again from D&E. Concord. Again, the top 10 team in the region here in 2 weeks up at Mansfield. Traditionally, it's going back and forth between Lock Haven and Slippery Rock. This year, moving up to Mansfield. It was there in 2010. Coach Mike Roll put on a tremendous event up there. If you've never been to Mansfield, it's far north in Pennsylvania, up on the New York border. Like we're still waiting. The marshals are checking. And there we heard the gun up on the hill. And you see the ladies off and running. And then a large pack heading down that long stretch. A very, very good start here. Over 200 meters down that fairway before they go down. You see them following the lead vehicle through the sea of fans.
Jesse, it's good to see so many people back out here.
Yeah.
You know, we had the COVID thing and going through all that, and it's not a lot of people were out in the last few events, but they've really turned out. I was walking out through there just a few minutes ago before the women's race, and it was noticeably a lot more people here today. So
yeah, traditionally this event is such a big crowd because you get you know the teams, the families, but you know the track teams are all out. And, you know, then it doesn't conflict with the high school regional, so you get a lot of, you know, high school runners out here in the various areas to watch it. Real nice crowd.
Yes. Of course, the state high school meet we had last Saturday in
Cabell Midland, yeah.
Yep, down in Ona. And a beautiful job that they do down there. And Chris Parsons, the athletic director at Cabell Midland High School, does a wonderful job putting that on.
Yeah, great course, great award ceremony. The whole setup down there is really tremendous. And I tell you, the beauty of cross country and you know, track. I love the sport of track and field. But sometimes you have the 2 and 3 day events sometimes, you know, or 16, 17-hour days. And you love it if you're a track junkie, but you know, a lot of people, they zone in on 1 or 2 events. The beauty of cross country, you run the race. It's bang, bang, and it's over.
Yep.
And that men's race today was a quick one. it was bang, bang.
Well, I told you earlier that the course was hard and fast out there. And we're going to see some fast times. I expect the same out of the women today.
Yeah. Isaac Prather with a course record out here today. Of course, this is tremendous conditions. A little colder when the men ran. We want to get something exact. Chris Krager, we were conversing as he came in, said he thought he may have got the course record here by close to 30 seconds.
Yeah.
So we'll try to get that official for you.
Now, was that his record that he broke?
I believe so. I
Okay.
believe so. It was last year. I know during the COVID year, Emmerich Arnault, who was second today, put up a big time here when
Yep.
when this event was held in March of 21. And there you see him along that backside of the course back there.
That part right there is pretty much flat. They're down over the hill and running back towards the hillside and back towards the starting line. So they'll come around and then start heading back up the hill. Still a big pack right up front though.
Yeah, as we mentioned with the men, what makes this course really tough is the placement of the hills. There's really,
Yes.
it's up and down. There's no areas where you have long relief of a flat for very much time at all.
See them going into the woods there, and then they'll come back out of there here briefly and up the hill. And there they are.
Yeah, I'm going to see if I can get with Josh over here on the computer, see if we can get a list of the women's bib numbers as we want to try to, attach some names with some folks up front here as we go, because we'll get them as they're coming in, getting some reports from the lead vehicle out there. Those folks doing a great job out on the course providing these shots, and that drone is
It's a big
nice
help.
feature.
When everything works, it's a big help.
Yeah, you can see the race unfolding. That's what's the beauty of that drone.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's a beautiful shot straight down. Well, not straight down, but the angle. And you can really see their strides right there. And that is actually heading uphill. That's an uphill climb right there.
yeah.
And then they'll make the turn here and head right back to where they come from. I ran this course yesterday in about 27 minutes, so I'm kidding. I don't think I drove it in 27 minutes.
I was going to say, I hadn't heard the stories of your fitness program. See, they're cresting this hill and coming around and coming back down. This is
yeah. Yep.
Yeah, they turn just short of that green that sits up on the hill there near the road. Now they're coming down. See, looks like you got a pair up front. A battle for the 3-4. Then they're stringing out a little bit.
You see that Charleston gold up there.
Yep.
I do apologize. We had a camera on the lead vehicle today, and things just did not go our way today, and we have had some issues here today, but we're battling through it. So bear with us.
Yeah, and as we get the men's results, we'll get a bunch of names attached here for you with how that unfolded. Just chalking up numbers here. We talked about Prather and Arnault, and then that Charleston pack looked like Charleston with a comfortable victory, and then Concord fought off a strong challenge from D&E for the 2 spot. D&E brought in a good pack right there. So
Yep.
now we got the women's bib numbers. Appreciate that. And so we can get some names attached as those young ladies come in. Again, some of that championship Charleston team. And coming in here as the favorites, some folks, Flora Tissier, Elise Level, Mercy Jepleting, some of the usual suspects.
Right.
And, knocking down some strong races on the distance end. That group put on quite a show. Lily Dowdell as well, the young lady from Ohio. Put on a nice show at the Conference Track Championships up at Glenville back in the spring, which I believe was the company's first video production there with with the running sports in our league.
Yes. Jesse, we're going to step aside and get a word from our sponsors here.
Okay.
So we'll be right back. You're watching the 2022 Cross Country Championships right here on the Mountain East Digital Network.
We are there for you, to care for you at the health plan. We are here for you. We are there for you, to care for you at the health plan. We are here for you.
Okay, we mentioned that Charleston pack earlier, Jack. Hannah Kemp from West Lib, another big name there that's been a champion of this race and put up some big numbers in this league in her career. And then you got several strong, runners on the D&E side. Has put up some tremendous career numbers there as well.
As you're looking at the lead pack there, and now they're going to start coming up the hill again back towards the start line. And then they'll crest the hill and then come directly back down that fairway towards the start line, and then a big hill.
Yeah. And again, Coach Bass with Charleston, what he's done down there with that program, you could see it building. They were moving up top 2-3 in the league. Then they were winning league championships. Now they're nationally ranked. You talked about the hometowns. The young man, he's from Van, West Virginia, down in Boone County, and
tell you what, if you've ever been to Van and down in that area, not a whole lot of area to run in.
no, it's a straight valley. You
Yeah.
go to Madison, you drive 12 miles up the river, and there's the little town of Van. And the Van Bulldogs are 10-0 in football this year. There will be a home playoff game on the Pond Fork this year.
Yeah, they beat Tuck Valley last night, a big rivalry game down there in Class Single A. So you're right. They'll be hosting an opening round football game. So congratulations to the Van Bulldogs, home of the legendary Nick Bias.
Yep. And Tony Gibson as well of WVU and Glenville State fame.
Well,
now
now
down
he's
at NC
the
State.
Yep.
And Nick Bias ran for Mikey Cox down at Concord.
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
in the Concord Hall of Fame. Ran at Virginia Tech out of Athens. But the job he keeps doing, cranking out these cross country teams year after year.
Yep.
And of course Isaac Prather's been. He's just been two-time All-American, and you were with us last year up at Glenville. He won all three of the long distance races and record run today, and his women's teams really came along. I mean, they're right here. Jason Powell's what he's done at D&E.
Mm-hmm.
Ran at Marshall, native of Point Pleasant. He's in his 7th year over there. He was a former assistant of mine over at Wesleyan, and great runner, still a great runner in his own right. But he's with Emery Carnot's run here today, and he'll have some women up here in his top 20 as well for sure. As will Coach Cox.
And there you see the start line to the right, and lead vehicle just now approaching that steep uphill climb. And some beautiful views here at Ogilvie Resort here on the Crispin Golf Course. And like you mentioned, a beautiful day, 64 degrees right now, and just a smattering of clouds.
Unbelievable for November 5th.
Yep.
We're having an outdoor wrestling event up at Glenville this week, which we're always iffy
my.
about. We had one last year, and it was about 45 to 50, and we were tickled to death. And now
Is that your wrestling team or pro wrestling?
oh yeah, we probably do either. But
Semi-pro, but it is your school team?
It's our school wrestling team.
That's
and
pretty cool then.
And we have an event going there today,
Yep.
which includes several Mountain East teams.
An outdoor, and I've seen that before. I think they had one over at Aldous and Broadus
Yeah,
a couple times.
we do it out in the football field, and
Yep.
it's a nice event. Look like they're coming around, going to hit that section where it comes down.
Yep, they'll come down that road. It's a gravel. Some of it's gravel, some of it's grass, some of it's dirt. But that is all downhill, so that's where they'll pick up the pace. As you see, you're looking down through that. I want to call it like a service road, as you can see it there. So a good look at what they'll be running down shortly, that lead pack.
We'll be coming down through there. We'll give a shout out to Coach Ricky Moore, who's done this broadcast here before. He couldn't be with us today. He's working, but a good friend of mine, coached against for several years, a fellow baseball junkie. He's a big Giants fan, so we always text when the Reds and Giants are in a series.
Yeah.
But he did a great job for years with that Wheeling program.
Yeah, we had Ricky on the broadcast last year with me, and I was wanting to get him back this year. As you can, good view of what they're going to be running down, and they've started down that incline, or decline, excuse me.
Yeah, it comes out down at the bottom of the hill.
Yep.
And re-engages with the golf course there, and then they have a pretty good uphill after that, a long, steady uphill.
As you can see right now, I think I was disappointed driving up here, back down in Charleston area. We still have beautiful leaves on the trees. And I was driving up here yesterday, and they're about all gone here.
About all gone, yeah.
So you can see the facility, and there's the finish line. As they'll come back, and right there is the finish line. The finish chute. So,
Jack, they kind of crossed the golf course and knew that incline we spoke of, and then they are back in the woods briefly, and then it's a sharp left.
Yep.
Down the straight here to the finish line where we're stationed.
Yep. And now you can see the finish line because our drone guy is bringing it in. Probably going to change batteries on us.
Yeah, we're not sure who those two young ladies are battling up there for the lead. We can't, make out the bib numbers from the drone, but we're going to get you some information as they come in here.
Yep. And we'll keep the stream going as well, I hope. I've got my fingers crossed. For the awards ceremony, the stage is set up right in the middle of this soccer field that we're set up in. Yeah. As you're looking out past the finish line there.
And we were completely down. I tell you, Jack, that was a Houdini act getting us back up here.
Yeah. I was doing my own cross country running here at Ogilvie, and sometimes, like we've talked about, these remote broadcasts are challenging, and today has been a challenge.
I tell you, it's an honor to get to work with you here, Jack. I hope.
We should do this more.
Yeah, maybe when Charleston and Glenville play in the spring, we could
maybe
sort that out.
Brent Stevens will let me get away there, and I'll sneak up to Glenville a couple times.
Yeah.
Since my schedule's not that busy.
Well, it's another story for another day, but the Mountain East baseball programs have made some big jumps, regionally. Right. So that's will be exciting this spring. And what again, talking Charleston and Glenville, the basketball teams,
Mm-hmm. That starts this weekend or this coming weekend.
Yeah, absolutely.
Basketball season, men and women. I know University of Charleston, the women and men are in that the MEC PSAC Challenge coming up. But before that, we've got the Mountain East Conference Soccer Championships taking place, and that'll be tomorrow afternoon.
That's unfolding, and I know Charleston engaged in a really tight match with Frostburg last night. The women,
and Coach Todd Dugood, in his 22nd year, announced that he'll retire after the season. So yesterday they battled to overtime, but the Frostburg State got the win, so they advance to the championship. They got the win 1-0 over Charleston. And on the other side, I tell you what, a team is really good and impressed me when I saw them live was Fairmont State women.
Yeah, they came along for sure.
They defeated West Virginia State yesterday to advance. So it's Fairmont State and Frostburg State in the women's side for the Mountain East Conference Soccer Championships tomorrow at 1 o'clock from Frostburg State right here on the Mountain East Conference Digital Network. And then the men It's the University of Charleston, the number 1 seed, number 6 team in the nation, will take on Notre Dame College, who upset
D&E.
Davis and Elkins, yes.
Yeah.
And that was a crazy game. Davis and Elkins was up 2-0 going into the 85th minute. Last 5 minutes,
Yeah.
Notre Dame scored 2 goals to send it to overtime. It went clear to penalty kicks, and they won 3-2.
Instant classic.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't see that live, but I read the recap on that. It was
Right.
unbelievable. And then, of course, Daniel Smee, friend of mine from Baga Wesley in there,
Yep.
it was a great career. I always pull for him what he's doing down there for the Eagles.
Yep. So the men they'll kick off tomorrow at 3 o'clock down at University of Charleston.
I tell you, we don't have the drone on them out there, but I tell you what, they should be getting close here soon. We'll see the where the time is. Again, it looks like this is going to be a fast race as well for the women for this course. We see more and more of the fans starting to gather down here by the turn where they're going to be bringing it home. Again,
The wind picking up again.
yeah. Again, we may not be real fast on the numbers here, but we're going to get you some names. When we get the men's results, we're going to make sure between the finish of these races and the award ceremony, we get a lot of names mentioned with these finishes on here. So, we got a lot of family and friends watching, classmates back at the schools, and so many international runners. This is their only link to this race, so we
Right.
want to get their names mentioned for their families.
Now we got the drone back up in the sky, and there you see it.
Yeah, they're getting close. This is the part I was talking about where they veer off across the course. They end up back in the woods briefly, and then they make that sharp left turn down in here to the finish.
So 2 right up front, it looks like. And it looks like Charleston Gold tops there.
And they've been battling all the way. So right at 20 minutes. So we're just a few minutes from this thing concluding. And it's going to be a fast time. So again, we can't see
Yeah.
from there.
Yeah,
Can't,
they'll go from there. They'll go right through those 2 houses right there, and then enter onto a service road,
yeah.
and they'll go back into the woods, and then come around the pickleball courts. You play pickleball?
I do not, but
That
I'm
is a growing sport right there.
absolutely. If it's got some big name stars buying teams and ESPN covering it,
Yeah.
there's something to it.
So you see the lead vehicle once again. And so they'll stay in the woods there on that service road for quite a ways. Yeah, this drone has come in really handy today. And again, we apologize for not having a camera on the lead vehicle. Things didn't go our way again. And I can't apologize enough for that. But like you said, we'll power through.
Yep. So we're about 21 and a half now. And just by where that drone is looking at, it's looking like they're only going to be about a minute away from coming into sight. So Josh has provided us with a
There you see the pickleball courts coming in. And that's them running in behind it. And they'll come out and then pop right back out onto the golf course.
the Mountain East does a tremendous job in all of their championships. This is really
Tell you what, Chris Krager does a wonderful job with this event.
and he's been putting on
You see him pacing there in front of us.
championships for I think all the way back to about 1997 or 98.
Yep.
So he's a veteran.
And now they'll turn left there and come around that last green and then pop right down onto the soccer field into the finishing chute.
Yeah. So you'll see them gathering. They got to be coming close. Chris went to Frankfort High School up in Mineral County, ran it for Wheeling on some good teams up there for Hall of Fame coach Mark Swagger.
He lives here in the Wheeling area now is what he's telling me.
Yep.
But, man, look at that. That's beautiful. The crowd has gathered around the finish chute. And, again, they'll come around that last green right there, then dive down into the soccer field.
And this is looked like those two were still together. We'll see if somebody is pulled away or separated when they make the turn here. Yes, it looks like, I'm just guessing, it looks like that might be level.
Yeah, at least level.
Remember covering her at the track championships and
see
that familiar stride.
Yep. And what a beautiful finish, too.
Yeah, just very relaxed for how fast she's going. So that's 798. Elise Level is the champion, the individual champion. Elise does it right around 23:58, it looks like officially.
Yep.
And here comes Flora Tissier, who the outstanding mid-distance runner who put on a show at the championships as well. And looks like Hannah Kemp, the West Lib star, former champion of this event.
Yeah, I believe she won it last year, didn't she not?
Yep.
Okay.
And here's 794, Lily Dowdell. Again, another of the mid-distance stars there with Charleston. Mercy Jeplating. So
4 of the 5, 5 of the 6 are Charleston runners.
There's Julie Lafari. She is, so 5 of the top 6.
Yep.
1, 2. And here in the 7th spot from Concord, Emily Wallace with a strong run. There is Madison Woolwine of the Eagles. And there is Carlene. 838. There's Anya Miller from the Davis and Elkin Senators. And again, is rounding out the top 10. A nice pack here for the Senators. Coach Jason Piles. There's Chloe Littleman, the strong race, and Lauren Twyman. There's Sydney Hamble of Wheeling. Again, all these folks here will be in that second team all-conference bracket. And there's the veteran Savannah Anderson from Wheeling. And she's materialized a nice career. And then we have Katie Walkup of Concord. And then D&E filling in the next 2 spots. So they've got all 5 of theirs in now comfortably. There's the first Wesleyan Bobcat runner, Leah Hall. There's Hannah Altizer. Another young lady had a strong track meet there last spring. There is Caroline Fodor of Wheeling, another of the strong first Frostburg runner in. D&E. There's Madison Cornett of Concord. So we're up in the 20s now. And they'll start coming in at a little more rapid fire. Hannah Moore of D&E. Dakota Johnson of Wesleyan. Hannah Muir of Frostburg, veteran runner there for the Bobcats. They're rolling again. They're going to be rolling in rapidly now. They're just runner after runner zipping up over that hump down there, Jack.
Again, I can't say enough about the crowd support here. As many of them have gathered here at the finish line to cheer on their runners.
18. Good crowd, and it looks like there's more and more people gathering down the straight stretch here as they come in. And again, in this heat, a lot more of the runners taking a knee or falling or getting getting a little trainer's attention here as they come in.
Yep.
There's Morgan Turner of the Golden Eagles.
Can't fail to mention the training staff here.
Oh, tremendous job.
West Liberty.
Did a lot of hard work setting up here, and they've done a great job of, tending to the runners here as we've worked through it. So
nobody was here last night when I was running the course too.
You needed some trainer's attention last night.
I did. He was actually here, but didn't attend to me.
There's Allie Hicks of West Liberty. Alyssa Kelleher of Wesleyan. So we're 29 minutes in now. Again, the team's allowed to run 10 runners this year, so going to be quite a few more coming in. So it's starting to warm up a little bit. I think the temperature went up markedly from the start of this race to the end.
Yeah, I said it was 65 degrees earlier at the beginning of the race, and it's almost up to 70.
Yeah.
So the meteorologist that you are predicted that correctly.
Yeah, it's always, if it's 10 degrees or 100 degrees, it's always ideal conditions to go out and compete or get a workout in. Just have to adjust. So the runners are rolling in here. Let's again, Charleston 1, 2, 4, 5, 6 solidified the victory. It looked like D&E had the pack in there to take the second spot over Concord, just as the men of Concord was able to edge out the D&E men. Again, those results are unofficial. It just as the numbers tallied here as they got their folks in. Again, all these places tally up in the Commissioner's Cup. There's Sam Dawson of Glenville's first finisher, the young lady from Sissonville. And Summer McShane Kale from Australia. She rolled in there. Those folks battled the course up and down here. So we're coming up on 32 minutes in. So still quite a few runners out on the course here on the women's side. And again, with the heat, and it's warmed back up the last couple weeks, so this is, going to be a little more of a shock to the system for the folks coming in here. In here we got a couple runners coming in here from Fairmont and Alderson Broadus. We're now coming up on the 33-minute mark, and again, there's several runners still out. like Olivia Moffett, the freshman from Glenville there. Is the third Pioneer in. And another runner from Fairmont. Weir. But again, we had a little dip in the weather a few weeks back. Now it's really warmed up today. And a little bit of a shock to the system for these runners. That's why you see so many down and getting trainers' attention out here. But several more out here running.
Did you bring your golf clubs?
You know, I did not.
Beautiful day to play golf, too.
I saw several people that did have them down there. I saw Jonathan Griffin from the Mountain East down in his vehicle. He had his clubs in the back. And
He probably keeps those back there.
yeah. I'm going to try to stop by Fairmont on the way back and catch the second half of our Glenville game with Fairmont today down at Rozier Field.
Well, Charleston's playing Wheeling today. They kick off at 1 o'clock here.
Up here, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, that's a noon kickoff down in Fairmont.
Right.
And, of course, we have that 8-team wrestling event back at the Waco Center today. I'm going to try to get back to catch the last few hours of that. And
You're 24/7 sports.
yeah, it never stops. It never stops.
You get a little break in the summer, don't you?
A little bit.
Little bit.
That's when you're doing recruiting paperwork and scheduling and
Oh, yeah. Well, right.
sometimes hiring committees.
It's always something.
Yeah.
I remind everybody they'll have the awards ceremony. The stage is set up right in the middle of the soccer field as you're looking down through the finish chute there.
That finisher right there is Kira Bauer, member of the Glenville golf team that just won the championship a few weeks back.
I bet she's got her golf clubs.
I guarantee you she has hers. Young lady from Utah.
Again, still very windy here.
Yep.
But I'm not complaining because it's not raining
Yeah.
and it's not cold.
Okay, I can't complain. It's the finisher still coming across here. So don't think we have a lot of runners still out. We're coming up on 36 minutes here. There's Bailey Bentley from the Concord Mountain Lions. Closes up her race. Again, it'll be a nice, strong team race here today for the Mountain Lions. I was talking to Coach Cox earlier in the week. He's really hoping for his young ladies to have a nice, make a run at that top 10 in the region.
You always see these runners after they finish the race start running again a little as they cool down. I never did that after I ran. I just went back to the couch and laid down.
Yeah, it's a pretty, for them, it's a pretty key element to the recovery.
It is, yes.
You know, it's a nice, easy jog, cool it down afterward.
It's always about, warming those muscles up slowly and then slowly bringing them back down.
Sarah Lowe, the freshman from Glenville. I think that's all 5 Pioneers in.
Talking about Glenville, how's that women's basketball team going to do this year?
Yeah,
Give me the lowdown.
they're gonna show up, uniforms and everything. So she's added some nice pieces, but it's a completely newly configured group.
Yeah, I knew she had lost a few that had transferred up to Division I, and but she'll do as she does every year. Does a wonderful job.
Yeah, only 7 points back. off that championship team.
That'll be a challenge there, especially in the early going.
And only 2 players from a regular rotation was Deja Atkinson and Skylar Davidson.
Yep.
And then Aline Fevrier, the young lady from France, who got some spot action last year when they played some bigger lineups. But beyond that, they're all new, with as far as the ones in a rotation.
What did that national championship do for the school?
Oh, my. It's been tremendous in the community. Just that trip back from Birmingham was, the state troopers picking us up here in Princeton, and then from Burnsville in, I can't describe how big the crowd was on that 15-mile drive in from Burnsville to Glenville, and then the celebrations that followed. It's a once-in-a-lifetime achievement, and
you got to think winning something like that, the national championship, has got to pique some interest in the school from more ladies around the country and nowadays around the world.
Yeah, when I think Coach Stevens before, when she would talk to a kid, she'd have to sell what she had done, and we've done this and that, but now a lot of them have heard of us already.
Right.
When she makes that call.
Right. Yeah, get them on campus for a visit, and you can show them that big trophy.
Yeah. Walk out every morning and see that championship banner hanging, and really, really proud of it. And I tell you, with some of the national championships in the league, with what what you all have done in soccer there, and Notre Dame got some in wrestling, and Christy Benner up at what she's done at Wheeling is an unbelievable career. That's on my bucket list. We are going up to, when we go to Wheeling this year, I'm going to try to see if I can get with Carrie Hanna to see if we couldn't get a picture of Coach Stevens and Coach Benner together, just to have the two their national championships. I think that would be a nice photo op to get those two together.
I can get you a picture of Coach Smee, but he's not very photogenic.
Yeah, I tell you, he was. I think he's prepared to make a nice run there with, on through the postseason here with Charleston.
Yep.
There's the Beast upon Fork is here near us right now. He's a couple more championships in his hip pocket.
Stuck his head into the broadcast tent here. Head coach of University of Charleston, Nick Bias. He's wanting to get on the mic with you. That's what he's wanting to do.
Yeah, yep. We need to get him around here and make that happen.
He probably got up this morning and ran this course.
I bet he did.
Of course, he's running some major races here lately. He's done some marathons.
Yeah, tremendously fit.
He was up in Boston.
Yeah, and he was on a couple of those championship teams for Coach Cox down at Concord back in the day when they first began this run that they're on right now. We'll have to see if we can't get Coach Bias in here.
Well, if he peeks back around here, I'll grab him.
Yeah.
He can talk about the Bulldogs.
Yeah, we'll have to throw that in. He already shot it at me at breakfast this morning.
Yeah.
So
he was here yesterday evening, and that's there's another runner coming across.
Yep, we're like I said, there may be a few more out, and these young ladies are just battling the heat.
Yep. Support from the coaches and their fellow teammates.
Yeah, that's something real special with this sport.
Is.
There's
sports in general.
Yeah,
it's one of the things that are very important to me, obviously, but it brings so many people together.
Yeah.
As you see it there on your screen.
Yeah, just people supporting each other, and the genuine sportsmanship, and
Jesse, why didn't you have your shirt off today and painted yourself up?
In
the blue and the white.
Yeah, today wasn't today or the decade, so But that's not, actually the whole body paint concept goes all the way back to the 90s with this event. I
Yep.
mean, there's been where a lot of the members of the track teams come and put on the body paint of the school colors and
Yep.
the flags. I see some mascots. I see the Golden Eagle out here today. And you're right, because of COVID, this is starting to get back a little
Right,
closer to what
right.
it used to be, because it's has long been a big social event of the fall.
Yeah.
Would be these championships.
Yeah, and even last year's event, we weren't under any restrictions, but still, it was you didn't have a whole lot of people here. Obviously, the weather played into that, but and it's just great to see the crowds back.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't want to be out here on a beautiful day like this? So.
Yeah.
You're talking about Christy Brenner at Wheeling, the head volleyball coach there. Mountain East Conference volleyball tournament starting up next week.
Next week down
On
in
Thursday.
Charleston.
Yep. The University of Charleston will host that, and we'll have it live on the Mountain East Digital Network starting Thursday, and it'll go through Saturday with the championship match.
Wheeling's been a juggernaut for
They
over 2
have.
decades. But with Fairmont and Charleston, how they've came on
And
this
West
year.
Virginia State.
West Virginia State with Coach Kern. Of course,
Kern,
last year
yeah.
was an NCAA tournament team. I mean, he's done an
Yep.
amazing job. And now,
Tyler Canellis at UC in his second season.
Yeah.
He's got the #1 seed and the host.
yeah,
They
Coach,
defeated Wheeling earlier in the season, and then last night defeated West Virginia State 3-0.
yeah,
So they've been impressive.
yeah. And Coach Henkel up at Fairmont, and coming back, the Jackson County native, and I remember he began his coaching career as a GA over at Wesleyan there for Coach Morgan back a long time ago. But he's materialized, was up at Notre Dame for a while, has materialized a really nice career as a head coach.
I think this finish line's going to blow away.
Yeah,
Luckily, they've got the cinder blocks around everything.
yeah.
I think there's just a few more out there,
Again,
and we'll check. Because we're just rambling on here.
yeah. Well, I would like to try to get Coach Bass. Looks like he's
Let me go track him down. That's
He's-
what I'll do.
he's-
I'll do something.
he's engaged over here with Reed Amos right now, the commissioner. So
Okay.
he is nearby.
Okay, let me see if I can go grab him.
Print me the tentative results when you have them. Proud of you, man. Okay, Coach, you in here good?
Yeah, thanks, Coach
Okay.
Skiles.
We've got Coach Nick Bass of the University of Charleston here with another pair of championships
Yeah.
in his hip pocket, and these never get old. do
Never get old. Never gets old winning, and just real proud of my kids today. It's a tough course. I told them last night in our team meetings, you got to be tough on this course, and man, they were tough. They were tough.
I tell you, got taking 5 of the top 6 there with the women, and I know with Elise and Mercy, what they've done with the longer distance,
Yeah.
but your mid distance with Tissier and Dowdell.
Yeah.
I mean, they really tore this course up
yeah.
as well.
They're definitely more 1,500, 800 runners, and we've really been working on that over the last, probably 6 months or so, is working on their endurance and adding more in threshold work, and I think it's really paid off today. You can see just their development and just being in our system year after year, they get tougher and tougher and stronger, and at the end of the day, man, those girls, they know how to win, they know how to get it done, and I'm super proud and blessed to coach those girls.
I tell you, on the men's side, of course, Prather and Emery Carnot, they threw down some big times today, but you just brought an impressive pack.
Yeah.
Bang, bang, right.
Yeah, well,
after
Emmerich
that.
took it out hard, and he, tends to do that sometimes. He's a really strong runner. But my guys stay patient. They work through the course really well. We work together kind of like we did last year. And, this year's team is kind of different than last year. We lost 4 of our top 7 last year, so I had to kind of revamp that a little bit. But the people I brought into our team and the seniors there with Joao and Alex and some of those guys and Tomas, returner too, they know how to run this course, and they packed up and got the job done. So.
And being nationally ranked, I know it's going to be a totally different course up in Mansfield you're going to be dealing with, but being able to get this sort of strength, it almost serves as like a hard strength workout leading into that.
Yeah, so we know we didn't want to totally empty the well today. So we know coming up in Mansfield in a few weeks, it'll be similar to Lock Haven. It'll be very flat and fast, and then move up to the 10K distance, which I think in our case makes us even stronger, is moving up extra 2K and on a flatter surface there. But, they got the job done today as well, and I'm just super proud of my kids. So.
And I tell you, one more thing is like all the track kids here and families, as this thing is taking life with your dominance, it seems like this, these championship events with the conference, regionals, nationals, it's becoming more and more of a part of the a UC tradition.
Yeah. So we, much like when you were the head coach at Wesleyan, we really try to get the kids up here. And I know it's a 3-hour drive, but try to get support. And these kids were dressed up. One of the kids today brought the mascot, so I thought that was really cool. And
it was great to see.
And the kids feed off that, and then that feeds into track season. And everybody supports one another. And the MEC does a great job putting this course together and laying it out. It is a tough, challenging course, but I think it is very similar to our conference, the Mountain East. So we definitely have some mountains today, but they do a great job just putting this thing together, and we're very blessed to have you guys here, helping produce this and give us some publicity there. So.
Well, I tell you what, not just UC, but, I think being a part of Coach Cox's coaching tree, I know he competes against you, but he's very proud of you, and you're a great ambassador for the folks back in Boone County and up the Pond Fork. So.
Yeah. So first off, Coach Cox was my coach, and that's my guy. That's my mentor. So a lot of the things that I do with my coaching is derived from Coach Cox. So I owe a lot to him. He's my guy, and I'll do anything for him. And his teams ran amazing today too. And obviously I'm from Van, West Virginia. I'm from Boone County. I have strong roots there, and I'm very proud to be from Boone County. And I just want to give a shout out real quick to my Van Bulldogs last night. They beat Tug Valley. They're 10-0 right now. So I'm going to try to make it to the playoffs next week. But I'm real proud of them. We're a small school, and we've dressed 20 players, and so I'm just very proud of those Bulldogs back home. I was following it last night on Metro News.
There will be a home playoff game on the Pond Fork this
year. Should be up at Pond Fork at Herschel Gerald Field, and it'll be packed. Well, so better get there early. So
absolutely,
want to put that in there too. So
absolutely. Tell you what, Coach, really appreciate you taking the time to come and join us, and as always, just so excited to see what you're doing down there with that program, and you've been a blessing for our league.
Yeah, appreciate it. Appreciate you guys.
No problem. Thank you, Coach. All right, thank you now. See you now at the awards. Okay, back here now. We're waiting for the results to be verified. We're going to read off the, mention a lot of names here and get what the top 20. Now, they're going to be announced at the awards here momentarily. But we want to get those young folks mentioned, especially we got to mention a lot of international athletes. And this is the only link for their families to see it. And, we want to be able to mention that so their families can hear about that, how they did. So
Jesse, let's step away, and we'll take a commercial break, and then we'll come back and hopefully have the results there.
Okay. Thank you much.
We are there for you, to care for you at the health plan. We are here for you. We are there
life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
At Encova Insurance, we're committed to leaving a lasting impression in all communities we serve. We support local causes that mirror the values and interests of our associates, agents, and policyholders. We partner with organizations that are dedicated to improving lives. We are committed to building something greater than ourselves. Encircling our communities with strength and support, we are Encova Insurance.
What are you working for? Do you want to pursue your athletic potential while earning a degree that will benefit you for a lifetime? Do you want to play at the highest level in your sport? Do you want to be a champion? That's what the 12 proud members of the Mountain East Conference are advancing toward every day, providing opportunities and pursuing excellence. The Mountain East Conference.
Okay, welcome back to the Mountain East Conference Cross Country Championships. This is Jesse Skiles here with Jack Withrow. And Jack, we have the men's results here. We're going to do the individuals. Again, the top 10 are all conference. The next 10 are second team all conference. We have one young man who finished 18th, but outside the top 7, and as voted by the coaches, they will not be in the all conference pool. But the champion, again, in a record-setting time of 25:36, Isaac Prather of Concord. Jack, you called it. It was going to be a fast run.
Yep. Well, I didn't really call it. I kind of listened to the people that really know what's going on around here. And yesterday they were talking about the course. Of course, I was out on it, and it was in wonderful shape. And some of them said, well, it's so good that they predicted a course record may be set today. And obviously, Mr. Prather did that from Concord. So congratulations to Isaac Prather.
And the runner-up, the former champion of this event, Emmerich Arnault, a D&E. And again, Isaac was 25:36, Emmerich was 26:07. But then Charleston began that strong pack right after that. 3-4-5, Jao Pereira in third, Thomas Termati in fourth, and Alejandro Ablaneda in fifth. Preston Prather, the younger brother of Isaac, takes sixth for Concord. Daryl DeMoss of Fairmont, tremendous run, breaking up the group up top there, finished seventh, the freshman. Then Charleston, three more. Zane Chalker, Mattis Borse, and Emmanuel Yago, 8, 9, 10. So UC with 6 in the top 10.
Right.
The second team all-conference group, and again, another nice run here for their team, Justice Le Provost of Frostburg, 11th. Gabe Condra, D&E, 12th. Philip White, the young man from up in Morgantown, he's 13th out for West Lib. Logan Zucchelli, the sophomore from Concord, 14th. Scott Barker of D&E, 15th. Cedric Drennan of Concord, 16th. Carter Lipscomb of Charleston, 17th. Caleb Hatcher of Concord was 18th. Dana Phillips of West Lib, 19th. And the final all-conference spot, second team all-conference, Jackson Gibson of D&E. Just another impressive overall team run, Jack, from the Golden Eagles, top to bottom.
Yeah, you can just look right down that list and see. And when you talk to Coach Bias, and you use the word dominance, and that's what you see on that list when you look at it. But congratulations to all these guys, and especially Isaac. Every time I see him run, and I've probably seen him in a handful of times here in the last year. Always impressive, and just keeps his composure. Not a whole lot of ups and downs on him, just kind of even kill and gets the job done. So
Yeah, smooth and really runs within himself. He never looks like he's really, overexerting himself. Just stays in rhythm.
Of course, we got to see him up at Glenville at the track and field championships back in the spring, and he looked good there, and he looked good again today.
Yeah, he ran that 10K in steeple, and we thought he might be, a little bit vulnerable in that 5K at the end of that race, and may have been his best race of the weekend up there. The team of, Alderson Broaddus was 10th in 3:03, Wheeling 9th in 2:70, Glenville 8th in 2:34. Frostburg, who's coming on in a lot of the sports in the league, 7th in 2:05. Fairmont almost pulled 5th. They were 6th in 1:48. What Coach Christopher's doing there, and that's an institution without a track program. For them to be able to finish that high, very impressive. West Virginia Wesleyan got them by 1 point. Coach Kelsey Chambers, the legendary former runner of Wheeling, there's taking over that program now. They were 5th at 147. West Liberty under the great, Justin up there, Justin Simpson. Again, the twins, Josh and Justin. I was wanting to brag on them a little bit there from Oak Glen, what they did, as runners themselves. But Coach Simpson's done an amazing job with that West Liberty program, and they almost pulled the upset last year of Charleston's women in the track championships, but they are 4th in 124. Coach Piles with that Davis and Elkins crew, Emery Carnot leading the charge. A solid 3rd with 70. Concord, you got to think, they put themselves in a good position to make a run at going on the NCAAs, depending on how they run up in Mansfield. 2nd and 55. And Charleston, a dominant 29 points, but the amazing, as a group, averaging 26-38 on this course.
Yeah.
That's going to bode well. That looks like a top 10 team in the country right there, just with that number on this course, Jack.
Yep. So congratulations to all these teams. Of course, in the future, we're going to have another team. West Virginia State adding cross country and track and field. So Nate Burton down there, the athletic director, does a wonderful job, and so that's in the future.
Oh, very excited about that,
Yep.
and I tell you, the track history of West Virginia State. You and I might be old enough to remember a lot of the folks right now, but under Coach Mike Smith and Coach Glover Smiley, what they did back in the 70s and 80s, and names like John Thurman and Rocky Hale, those legendary names. Larry Angle, the high jumper from St. Albans. I mean, it was just, they had All-American after All-American coming out of that program, and it was a big loss, to the sport when West Virginia State went out. So big props to Nate Burton for bringing that back, and I think it's going to be a gold mine down there for, and you're familiar with West Virginia State.
Right.
So,
of course, they no longer have a track around the football field. They've done some improvements there with a brand new field house at one end and doing more improvements there. They've got the turf. So in the short run, they'll be practicing at University of Charleston Stadium. So there's another school right there, helping another school in the Mountain East Conference. So it's good to see that and them work together to get that done.
Yeah, that's going to be tremendous. That's going to be, get us to where there's 11 of the 12 schools with cross, and almost, and then all of them, but that group except for Fairmont will have track. We're going to see if Chris has the women's results here. We're getting he's getting those ratified as we speak, to be able to get those mentioned. And what we do know is there were 5 Golden Eagles came across in the top 6.
5 out of 6. Yeah, we do know that. That unfolded right in front of us. Hopefully he'll have that shortly. We'll step aside again, and then hopefully we'll have those results when we come back. Again, you're watching the 2022 Mountain East Conference Cross Country Championships live from here at the Crispin Course at Oglebay Resort in Wheeling, West Virginia, presented by the Health Plan.
We are there for you, to care for you at the Health Plan. We are here for you. We are there for you, to care for you at the Health Plan. We are here for
Okay, welcome back to the Mountain East Conference Cross Country Championships. We're back here on Mountain East Digital Television. We now have the women's results in front of us, the ratified results, and Jack has left us momentarily. He's going to be going down to the award ceremony to set up the camera for that ceremony. And as we mentioned, a dominant performance from the University of Charleston Golden Eagles, but there were on down the pack, in the middle of the pack, there were some strong team runs to make note of. And we're going to talk about those as we go. But anyway, we will do as we did with the men and give you the top 10 first team all-conference runners. We're going to begin with the champion of this event. A tremendous time. Again, the course was dry and fast today, and Elise Level from the University of Charleston. And we've seen her time and again in cross and in track. And she pulled away from her teammate, Flora Tissier, down the stretch. But the champion in a time of 23:55 was Elise Level of the University of Charleston. And she was followed by Flora Tissier, the sophomore, ran 24:06, also of the Golden Eagles. And Flora, who we saw in track, has tremendous leg speed. Middle distance runner, was able to turn it over. And today she was really able to showcase how much she has improved on hills and in cross country. And she had a teammate with a similar jump, and I'll get to that in a second. Third place finish from West Lib. For Coach Simpson of West Liberty there, Hannah Kemp, former champion of this event, and she threw down a strong time, 24:14, and we're certainly expecting to see a big run out of her in a couple weeks up at regionals as well. In fourth place, and this young lady's really came along for Coach Bass, Lily Dowdell, the sophomore, another middle distance runner, tore those heels up out there today. Ran 24:27. In fifth, Mercy Jepleting, the veteran, UC. So all four of those in the top five sophomores, 24:31. And then the freshman, Julia LaFair. So giving Charleston that 5 out of 6. And then the number one young lady today for Concord, Emily Wallace, 24:50, getting in there under 25 minutes. And then the sixth runner for Charleston was Madison Woolwine, who ran 24:55. And ninth, getting in that first team all-conference, Carlina Jaquez from Fairmont, running up there for Coach Christopher. And she's got she's going to put up some more tremendous time. She has another year from Fairmont. Carlina. Anya Miller in 10th from D&E, 25:11. And now the second team all-conference group. Again, D&E went 10, 11, 12. Chloe Littleman of D&E was 11th. Lauren Twyman of D&E, 12th. And then you got Sydney Hamble of Wheeling. And that was a good run there for the Cardinals, 25:38. Followed by the veteran, Savannah Anderson, 25:48. In 15th, Katie Walkup of Concord, the freshman. In 16th, Ella Hessen of D&E. In 17th, Savannah Hardman from D&E. In 18th, Leah Hall, the top runner for the Bobcats of West Virginia Wesleyan. In 19th, Hannah Altizer, who's had a good career she's put together down at Concord. Another all-conference accolade for her today, finishing 19th. And in 20th, the former champion in the 800 in the league there, Caroline Fodor of Wheeling, and she's put together a great career there for the Cardinals, and she takes that last spot there, D&E, getting her an all-conference accolade there in 20th. On the team side of things, you had in 10th, AB, they did not have 5 finishers. In 9th, Glenville, 257. In 8th, Fairmont at 195. Then you had Wheeling, spearheaded by Hamble and Anderson with that 13-14 spot, took the 4 spot with 121. Good job there for the Cardinals. Then the top 3, Concord, 102. Your runner-up And again, a strong team race there. Very packed up. 10, 11, 12, 16, 17. D&E with 66 points in the runner-up spot. And then an almost perfect score. Anytime you can get down under 25, again, 15 is a perfect score. And Cross, they scored 18 points. Your repeat champions under Coach Nick Bass, the University of Charleston, with 18 points. So another championship on the board there, another double championship. And for the Mountain East, another championship in the books. And we're getting close to those awards. So we'll wrap it up there with that. Again, it's a big thanks here to all the folks. And we're going to have it right here. So we got it in front of us here. So we'll see the setup out here. Jack's got the camera set up. We'll get them as they're announced.
Hopefully that camera stays on and nobody stands in front of it.
Yeah, it's a nice setup there. Big props there to Reed Amos and his staff here with Jonathan Griffin with the operations, was setting that up, and Chris Thomas, Allie DeWitt. Again, I mean, Allie's been tremendous all through this with the setup.
Tell you what, Jesse, we'll take another break, and hopefully they'll be back and ready to go for the awards ceremony.
Yeah.
So we'll take a break. We'll be back.
We are there for you, to care for you at the health plan. We are here for you. We are there for you, to care for you at the health plan. We are here for you.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
At Encova Insurance, we're committed to leaving a lasting impression in all communities we serve. We support local causes that mirror the values and interests of our associates, agents, and policyholders. We partner with organizations that are dedicated to improving lives. We are committed to building something greater than ourselves. Encircling our communities with strength and support, we are Encova Insurance.
What are you working for? Do you want to pursue your athletic potential while earning a degree that will benefit you for a lifetime? Do you want to play at the highest level in your sport? Do you want to be a champion? That's what the 12 proud members of the Mountain East Conference are advancing toward every day, providing opportunities and pursuing excellence. The Mountain East Conference.
gentlemen, we are going to present our individual and team awards at this time. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to do our individual and team awards at this time. If you want to make your way to the stage area. Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Mountain East Conference, I want to thank everybody for your patience as you were waiting for the awards. Thank you for coming out and being part of the Mountain East Conference Cross Country Championships on an absolutely gorgeous morning and afternoon. Before we get started with the results and awards, the Mountain East Conference would like to take a moment to acknowledge the following. And please give these folks a round of applause as they have made today a wonderful day. Our meet officials and our timing company, K&J Timing. Let's have a round of applause for them. Our on-course volunteers from West Liberty University, including the athletic training services of Jerry Duncan, the Ogilvie Resort staff for their support of this championship at this beautiful venue, and Shirt Tails out of Parkersburg for selling the gear. Let's have a nice round of applause for those folks. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, the Health Plan. The Health Plan is such a huge sponsor. They're a proud corporate partner with the Mountain East Conference for its 23 championship sports. The Health Plan, which is headquartered in Wheeling, West Virginia, committed to advancing the quality of care delivered by its providers to its members and providing superior service across its footprint. Once again, the Health Plan has a 40-year history of community support and charitable giving on display through support that enhances the regular season and championship experiences for over 4,000 Mountain East Conference student athletes. Ladies and gentlemen, the Health Plan, there for you. Let's give a round of applause for a huge supporter, the Health Plan. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's get to our individual awards and our results, starting with the men's race and the All-Mountain East Conference second team. Members of this team will receive a certificate. As you are announced, gentlemen, please make your way to the stage to join Mountain East Conference Commissioner, Mr. Reed Amos. Finishing in 20th place from Davison Elkins College, Jackson Gibson. In 19th place, from West Liberty University, Dana Phillips. Finishing in 18th place, from Concord University, Caleb Hatcher. In 17th place from the University of Charleston, Carter Lipscomb. Finishing in 16th place from Concord University, Cedric Drennan. In 15th place from Davison Elkins College, Scott Barker. Finishing in 14th place from Concord University, Logan Zucchelli. In 13th place from West Liberty University, Philip White. Finishing in 12th place from Davis and Elkins College, Gabe Conder. And in 11th place from Frostburg State, Justice LaProvost. And our second team all-conference members will make their way back to the stage for group photos. Ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to take a picture of these guys. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, nice round of applause once again. Second team all-conference, Mountain East Conference. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the all Mountain East Conference first team. We ask as your name is read, please join once again the Mountain East Conference Commissioner, Mr. Reed Amos, to receive your all-conference award. Finishing in 10th place from the University of Charleston, Emmanuel Yago. Finishing in 9th place from the University of Charleston, Matisse Boers. In 8th place from the University of Charleston, Iggy Chalker. Finishing in 7th place from Fairmont State University, Daryl DeMoss. Your 6th place finisher from Concord University, Kristen Prather. In 5th place from the University of Charleston, Alex Abelaneda. In 4th place from the University of Charleston, Toma Termote. Finishing in 3rd place from the University of Charleston, Joao Pereira. Your runner-up from Davis and Elkins College, Emmerich Arnaud. And your 2022 Mountain East Conference champion from Concord University, Isaac Prather. bring our first team all-conference runners back onto the stage for a group photo. Once again, congratulations, ladies and gentlemen, to the first team all-conference cross-country runners and the champion, Isaac Prather. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to announce our individual winners for the season. The top honors are determined by a vote of our league's coaches. First, the Mountain East Conference Freshman of the Year. He represents the Fighting Falcons of Fairmont State University, Daryl DeMoss. East Conference Runner of the Year. He represents the Mountain Lions of Concord University, Isaac Prather. And your 2022 Mountain East Conference Cross Country Coach of the Year from the University of Charleston, Nick Baez. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here is how the Mountain East Conference Cross Country Championship finished out. In 10th place, Alderson Broadus. Finishing in 9th, Wheeling University. In 8th place, Glenville State with 234 points. In 7th place, Frostburg State with 205. In 6th place, with 148 points, Fairmont State. Finishing in 5th place with 147 points, West Virginia Wesleyan. In 4th place with 124 points, West Liberty University. Finishing in 3rd place with 70 points, Davison-Elkins College. Your runner-up, ladies and gentlemen, with 55 points, Concord University. And your 2022 Mountain East Conference champs with a score of 29, the Golden Eagles of the University of Charleston. Come on up, gentlemen. Once again, congratulations to the University of Charleston, our 2022 Mountain East Conference Cross Country Champions. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for our women's race, we start with the All Mountain East Conference second team. Members of this team will receive a certificate. And as you are announced, please make your way to the stage to be recognized by Mountain East Conference Commissioner Mr. Reed Amos. Finishing in 20th place from Wheeling University, Caroline Fodor. In 19th place from Concord University, Hannah Altizer. In 18th place from West Virginia Wesleyan, Leah Hall. In 17th place from Davis and Elkins College, Savannah Hartman. Her teammate finishing in 16th place from Davis and Elkins, Ella Hessen. Finishing in 15th place from Concord University, Katie Walkup. Finishing in 14th place from Wheeling University, Savannah Anderson. Finishing in 13th place from Wheeling University, Sydney Handel. Finishing in 12th place from Davis and Elkins College, Lauren Twyman. And rounding out the second team, her teammate from Davis and Elkins College, Chloe Littleman.
Chloe, you got taller.
And these young ladies will make their way back to the stage for a group photo.
Fill it in for the person.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the All-Mountain East Conference first team, as your name is called, please make your way to the stage to receive your award from Mountain East Conference Commissioner, Mr. Reed Amos. Finishing in 10th place, from Davison-Elkins College, Anya Miller. Finishing in 9th place, from Fairmont State University, Carlina Jaquez. Finishing in 8th place, from the University of Charleston, Madison Woodline. Finishing in 7th place, from Concord University, Emily Wallace. And finishing in 6th place, from the University of Charleston, Julie LaFair. Finishing in 5th place, from the University of Charleston, Mercy Chapleting. Definitely the best hat of the day. Her teammate finishing in 4th place, from the University of Charleston, Lily Dowdell. Are you done? Finishing in 3rd place, from West Liberty University, Hannah Kemp. Your runner-up from the University of Charleston, Flora Tizier. And your 2022 Mountain East Conference champion, from the University of Charleston, Elise Leville. And our All-Mountain East Conference first teamers will make their way back to the stage for a group photo.
I didn't hear anything about it, so
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to announce our top individual awards. Once again, these are determined by a vote of the league's coaches. First, our Mountain East Conference Freshman of the Year. She represents the Golden Eagles of the University of Charleston, Julia LaFair. Mountain East Conference Runner of the Year, another Golden Eagle from the University of Charleston, Elise Laville. And your 2022 Mountain East Conference Coach of the Year from the University of Charleston, Nick Bias. And here are the final team results. Finishing in ninth place with 257 points, Glenville State. In ninth place with 195 points, Fairmont State. Finishing in seventh place with 155 points, Frostburg State. In sixth place with 140 points, West Virginia Wesleyan. In fifth place with 136 points, West Liberty University. In fourth place with 121 points, Wheeling University. Finishing in third place with 102 points, Concord University. Your runners-up with 66 points, Davis and Elkins College. And ladies and gentlemen, finishing with 18 points, your 2022 Mountain East Conference champions, the University of Charleston.
Alexa. Can you ask, please? Can you ask, please? Your dad's
Yeah, we're gonna get a picture. Preston! No, I want a dude. I want to get a dude. You didn't do it. We need just a dude. And then we need a dude. Not on.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, your 2022 Mountain East Conference Cross Country Champions, the Golden Eagles of the University of Charleston. Congratulations, ladies. Just a couple of closing notes here, coaches. Official results will be loaded today. TFers later today. Also, if you would like an official set of results, please see a Mountain East Conference Meet Director Chris Krieger for a copy. And be sure to
And that concludes the awards ceremony. Jack Withler alongside Jesse Skiles. And Jesse, wonderful day here at the Crispin Golf Course at Ogilvie Resort in Wheeling. And impressive numbers, especially from Prather there in that first in the men's race, setting a course record today.
Oh, tremendous. And just again, asserting his dominance and just, took over early, pulled away, and closed out strong.
Yep.
25-36, incredible time on this course, and in a great team race from Charleston,
Yep.
getting 6 in the top 10, grabbing another championship.
Charleston winning the men's. They win the women's division as well as the Coach of the Year, Nick Bias, and we had him on earlier for the interview. And just a wonderful job Coach Bias has done again.
Yeah, tremendous. And, I think they're really they've put themselves in a good position to go up to regionals in 2 weeks and, take care of business there and, make a strong showing at nationals for the league. And in terms of the Mountain East, this Concord team, I certainly feel like is in a position to advance on with them.
Right, as we see them up on the podium, getting the team pictures, and they'll do that. Most of the teams will get some pictures here before they leave. And then you were saying while we're off the air there, the next running events will be in February. Will be the indoor track and field. So
down at Marshall, and that of course the indoor championships is still, rather in its infancy in the Mountain East. This will be only the third one ever, and a nice addition. Giving those kids another chance for championship competition and another strong competition on a 300-meter track for those who are looking to move on and make a run at nationals.
Yep. Elise Level of University of Charleston, the winner on the women's side. So we'll congratulate to her and the Charleston women who took the championship along with the Charleston men. Back-to-back championships for that program. And head coach Nick Bias. Again, we want to remind everybody back tomorrow afternoon, we'll have the men's and women's soccer championships for the Mountain East Conference. The women will get underway. It'll be Fairmont State at Frostburg State. That will kick off at 1 o'clock up at Frostburg State. And then a 3 o'clock kickoff down in the capital city of West Virginia in Charleston. It'll be the University of Charleston, the number 1 seed, hosting the Notre Dame College Falcons in that men's Mountain East Conference Championship for soccer. And then the Mountain East Conference volleyball tournament will get underway on Thursday. I believe a noon start time there on Thursday, and that'll go through Friday and the championship on Saturday. All that you can watch right here on the Mountain East Digital Network. Jesse, we had fun today.
I really enjoy working with you, Jack, and looking forward to doing it again sometime. And beautiful day in Wheeling. Beautiful day, a little bit windy, but great day, and a lot of props out to the Mountain East staff for the great work they do putting on these championships.
Yep, so we want to thank everybody for tuning in today and bearing with us through our issues that we had earlier today. We want to thank K&J Timing today for all the wonderful stuff they do, and Chris Kreger and his group. Again, for Reed Amos, the commissioner of the Mountain East Conference, and Jesse Skiles, my name is Jack Withrow. So long from the Crispin course here in Wheeling, West Virginia, that you've been watching live streaming coverage of the 2022 Cross Country Championships right here on the Mountain East Digital Network.